Hi, Saeed. So I'm going to go through your first homework or training session that we did together on Friday, March 1st. So what I'm going to do is just show you the 3 exercises to get you warmed up. And I'm going to go through all of the exercises in your circuit one by one, go through the rep range or the count, and finally at the end I'll just go through a couple stretches for you. So to get started, it's really nice to before I get started and before you get started, make sure to turn on your workout. And for this, I recommend selecting circuit training. And there we go. So we're going to get started with something called inchworms. So this is basically starting just standing at the back of your mat, and you can come down with straight legs or bend your knees, and you're going to walk your arms out to high plank and then walk back in. And I'll show you from this way in case I got cut off. So you're going to start right here at the back of your mat. Bring your hands down to the mat and walk all the way out to high plank. Pause for 1, come up. And you're going to be doing 5 of these, so I'll do 3 more. Walk your arms down, pause for 1, come on up, come down, walk your way down, pause for 1, and come up. One thing to note here is you're hinging at the hips, bending at the knees, walking your hands, really engage your core, and then as you have that brief pause for 1, another opportunity to brace your core. Walk it back up. Okay, perfect. Next up, we're going to be doing arm circles. So this is a shoulder warm-up exercise. However, this is a good opportunity to just brace and engage your core. So you want to do small to medium circles, just like I'm doing, about 10 in each direction. So do 3, 2, 1, and then 10 in the opposite direction. Keep that core nice and tight. You should feel a little bit of a burn in your shoulders, which is good. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Okay, lastly, we're going to do alternating straight leg raises with toe touch. So you're going to lift one leg up, tap it with your opposite hand, opposite toe. So you can have straight legs here, very straight, or you can feel free to bend them a little bit depending on your range of motion and current flexibility. And I know these will get easier and easier the more you do them. So you want to exhale, inhale, exhale as you lift, inhale as you bring your arms back up, squeezing the core. You can get a good ab workout in just warming up. Okay, almost there. 3, 2, 1. Perfect. So that's 10 reps. 1 rep is left and right. Anytime we have an alternating exercise or stretch, when I say, for example, 5 reps, that means you're going to be doing, say it's 5 lunges. It's going to be actually 10 lunges, and I'll show you that in a minute. Okay, with that being said, let's get started with the wall sit. So this one you don't really need a timer for. You can just count in your head to 30. So make sure your feet are nice and secure and not going to slip on the floor. Lower yourself down until you have a 90-degree angle in your knees. And then from here, you're just going to hold and hang out. Also, while we're sitting here, you want to focus on engaging the quads. That's the prime muscle that's being engaged right here in the quads. So you should start to feel a burn after a couple seconds. We're at about 15 seconds now. And if at any point you feel like you can't hold it any longer, that's the time to stand up and get out of it. But from your assessment yesterday, I think you're going to be totally fine doing this for 30 seconds. So let's hold for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feeling the burn. Okay, safe way to get out of this is to Bring your hands behind you, lean forward and push away. That's the safest way. Another way you could do it, if you are really having a difficult time standing up, you can just bring your knees down, come into a low lunge, or one knee up, one knee down position, and then just stand through. Okay, checking heart rate. So I'm at 105, but I can guarantee, since you have such a great, it's insane, your conditioning from all the marathon running, you're probably going to be at like a 95 after that at tops. All right, our next exercise is body weight squats. So just squats without holding any weights. So for these, you want to set up a little wider than shoulder width with your feet and point it out to the side slightly. Hinging at the hips, breathe in on the way down, keeping your shoulders back. You're going to go down to the height of a chair and come right back up. At the top, squeeze your glutes, come down and up. You can do this in a flow. Bring your arms forward and back as you stand. Come down and up. Come down and up. If it feels more comfortable for you to be a little closer in your stance, that's fine. Everybody has their preference. It really depends on your anatomy. And up. Breathe in on the way down. Exhale on the way up. In on the way down. Out on the way up. And a couple left. Squeeze the glutes at the top. It's a very important muscle to engage. All right. Next up, we have alternating forward lunges. So for these, we are going to be stepping forward with the right or left, whichever one you choose to start from is fine. And you're going to go down to a 90-degree angle in that front and back knee. Kick off, back to stand, and then you're going to come back down for the left side. That's 1 rep, and we're going to do 8 reps, which is a total of 16 lunges. Down and up. I'll show you from the side. So keep your head pointing forward, and you want to push away with a little bit of force when you come back to stand. Down, up. You can also have your hands at the side, or your sides, whichever is most comfortable. Up, down, up. Give you another angle here. So just stepping all the way down. Push off to come back to stand. Come down and up. One more each side. Up, down, and up. Excellent. So those are the alternating forward lunges, and we're doing 8 reps, which means 16 lunges. All right, so for the next section of the workout, we're going to be heading down to the mat, and the first exercise of the floor section is single leg glute bridge. So set up here, lying on your back. Hands can be at your sides or on your stomach, whichever is most comfortable for you. And you're just going to raise one leg up, or if it's more comfortable, you can cross it over. I prefer to have it straight up, and then so you're just going to drive through with your left heel if your left foot is down, and you're going to just raise your hips up, squeeze your glute at the top, come on down. So breathe out on the way up, and on the way down. Come up as high as you can, and down. So this is quite a bit more advanced than the 2-legged version that you were doing 20 with. So we're doing 10 here on each side. Almost there. You want about a 1-second pause at the top, really squeezing your working glute. Up, down, perfect. All right, we're going to move on to the other side. And arms at my side, come up and down. Exhale as you lift, squeeze your glute at the top, slowly lower down. We're on number 3, down, come up, down. Make sure you really focus on the muscles we want to target. Here are the glutes, hamstrings. Glutes and hamstrings. Okay, 3 more. Push up as high as you can, driving through from the heel. Down, last one, all the way up and down. Excellent. Next exercise, you don't even need to get up for. Arms are going to be at your sides. Bring both legs straight up. You're going to have hands under your butt for a little bit of a lower back support. And this one is also 10 reps. So you're going to go down with one leg, then the other. So these are the supine alternating leg lowers. It's going to be a total of 20 leg lowers, 10 reps. And really focus here on engaging the core. If you need to bend your knees a little bit, that's absolutely fine. Okay, and then for increased extension and flexibility, point your toes here. Okay, we're almost there. And then if after the second or third time of doing this, you feel ready for the next level, then all you're going to do, lower them together, bring back up, lower together, bring back up. And here, you're definitely going to want to put your hands under your butt. It really does help support the lower back and keep your core engaged. And up. Okay. Good job with those. Those really target the abs in a fantastic way. Okay, so next up, we're going to move into the plank section and starting with the side plank. So just getting up from finishing the supine alternating leg lowers. Up next is bird dog. Bird dog focuses on the posterior chain, so that's everything on your back. You're going to get some lat work, shoulders, glutes, hamstrings, and elongation and mobility, which is fantastic. So this is 5 reps. 1 rep is left and right. You're going to pause for 2 seconds, point your toe, engage your core. Try to keep your body as still as possible as you lift. An obstacle here, I'm going to have to move over. Okay, I'll move over a little bit. So opposite arm, we're going to raise, pause for 1, 2, come back down to starting point. Extend your leg, arms straight up. Try not to move your torso as you lift and extend your arm and leg. 1, 2, back down, lift up. 1, 2, back down. All right, 1 more each side. 1, 2. Last one. 1, 2. And quick note, just try to keep a nice flat back. So we don't want this or this. You want to do just like so. 90-degree angle in your arm and torso is the setup. Okay. Next up, prone Y raises. You're only going to need to see the top half of me because the bottom part, your feet are flat on the mat. They're not doing anything. They're just hanging out for the ride. The prone Ys are excellent for helping correct posture, bad posture from sitting at a desk or driving a lot. So this, the act of raising the arms up, builds up your upper back muscles. So this one we're going to do for 4 reps, 5-second pause. While we're up at the top, you want to keep a neutral neck. You do not want to lift up as you do these. So make a fist. And then when you're ready, you're going to come up and hold for 5. Arms extended straight out. 3, 2, 1. Take a deep breath and rest. Okay, when you're ready, come on up. If this feels better to have your hands pointed straight out, that's fine. Let's focus on really engaging your upper back muscles and rest. Nice deep breaths here. This is a relaxing one. We have 2 to go. Arms up. Bring your torso up as high as you can. If you feel strain in the lower back, just lower slightly. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay. And when you're ready, we're going to do the last one. So arms out, straight up in front of you, making that Y. Bring up, keep a neutral spine, neutral neck. Hold. And release. Okay, hope you enjoy that one. I know it's kind of amazing how well it helps the upper traps. I absolutely love that exercise for many reasons. Okay, so next we're going to do the side planks. So here to work our way up to 30 seconds, we're going to start with 3 10-second intervals. So I'm going to hold it for 10 seconds, bring my hip down, rest for a moment, and then do that 2 more times. So we have a total of 30 seconds. And so from here, you're going to just have your feet stacked, hips stacked, shoulders. So try to avoid this, keep them just stacked. So you're going to have your hand on your hip if you'd like. Brace your core while you're holding here. Keep that hip up. 3, 2, 1, and lower down. Take some deep breaths, rest, because this is pretty intense on the obliques, and it's such a wonderful way to target them and your deep core muscles. All right, this is our second lift, 10 seconds. Just focus on keeping your hip pointing towards the ceiling. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Also, if this feels too difficult, you can bend your knees and you can just do a side plank from your knees, or just finish off the last one from your feet. So by this point, you're going to feel it in your shoulders for the stabilizing muscles. Nice deep breaths here. We want to push ourselves just a little bit. Not too much though. 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower down. Okay. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. And I would start with your stronger side first, and then go to the weaker side, because the second side tends to be a little bit more difficult because you've just worked your core back to back. So it'll work a little harder, and then it will catch up over time to the other side. Okay, lifting up, hips stacked, same thing. Nice deep breaths. Find your happy place and just try to relax here. 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower down. And you can pause for 2 seconds, 5 seconds, whatever feels right to you. When you're ready, we're going to come back up and hold. Take nice deep breaths. Keep that core nice and engaged, braced, belly button drawn in. 3, 2, 1. Lowering. We just have one more to go. When you're ready, you got this. We're going to go up for 10 seconds and hold. Keep your hip pointing up. Okay, 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower down. Okay, awesome job. Next up, we're going to do low plank for 60 seconds. So I know you're familiar with the low plank, but I'll just go over a couple cues as reminders before we get into it. So this, you want to have the angle from your forearm to your torso when you're lying or prone position. You want that to be a 90-degree angle here. And a couple things to note. Try to avoid dipping the hips. You want to keep them up, not up too high, just the right height so you are level from your shoulder blades to your butt.
Okay, so as we hang out here, you can squeeze the glutes, squeeze your core, brace, or bring that belly button in towards your spine. Just, you can call it engaging the core. And this is going to feel a little bit more difficult since you just did a pretty great circuit right before here. But I know going for 60 seconds is a very, very good goal at the end of a workout. And then, so what I was doing, please don't do that. We want to keep a neutral neck. Almost there. All right. Slowly drop your knees and
come on out of the low plank. Awesome job if you got that 60 seconds. If not, just work your way up to it. I know on their own planks, you can bang out a 2-minute plank, but once you combine them with all the different exercises we did that were primarily core focused, that 60-second plank may feel a little bit more challenging. All right, so next I'm just going to get into a couple of the stretches I recommend that you do post-workout. If you're short on time, there's 2 I would hope you would do no matter what. The first is a quad stretch. So you can do this standing, or you can hold on to your wall, or if you're by the desk, just hold on to the desk. And you want to hold for 30 seconds each side. And then go ahead and grab the other one. Soft standing knee. And it's also good for practicing your balance. Pull back. You really want to feel a good stretch in that left quad when you're pulling your left foot back. Good. And then also hamstrings. Vitally important to stretch these out. So here, we're just going to do an easy forward bend toe touch. So take a deep breath in. Knees are going to be locked, legs straight out. On your exhale, you're going to just lower your arms down towards your toes. Each exhale, allow yourself to fall a little bit forward, more and more. And you don't want to push this. Wherever your starting point is, that's perfect. So you want to find the edge of stretch and comfortable. Find that place and slowly work your way into it. And you just need to hold this for 30 seconds. You can lower your head if you'd like. Keep it up. Okay. One last big breath in. Exhale. Just try to go down a little bit lower. Perfect. And then I'll add in one here too that you had mentioned you liked, the butterfly stretch. So feet are together. You want your shoulders back, and you want to tilt your hips forward slightly, bringing your knees down. So the goal here is bringing them down to the mat. You can round your back here. There's nothing wrong with that. But to get a more effective stretch here, it's great to have your shoulders back and have an upright posture. You can also play around with holding your feet, pressing your legs down with the elbows. That helps. 30 seconds and you're good. Okay. And then a couple other stretches I have on your recommended list. Cat-cow, so you're going to breathe in. Make a big arch in your spine. Tuck your tailbone in. Exhale. Look up. Arch your back. This is the cow portion. Now we're going to go into cat. Really try to bring that spine up towards the ceiling. Tuck your tailbone in. And exhale. Look up. One more. Big breath in. And out. So as far as breath work with the cat-cow, whatever feels right to you, go with that. Some people like to breathe in when they go into the cat portion. Some people like to breathe out. So I like to just listen to my body and have you listen to your body and go with what feels right. Because the rule of thumb, even though this isn't a exercise, it's more of a stretch, it's exhale on exertion. So anytime you're doing the exertion part of an exercise, you want to breathe out. So that is kind of a nice rule to think about when you're by yourself working out. So I'm just going to show you the wall angel. We did cover this the other day. And so you just want that flat wall. Arms are going to be like a T, so parallel to the ground to start. And you're going to try to track your hands all the way to the top where they almost meet. And the goal here is to have your arms actually touch the wall the entire time. And as you can see, I need to work on these myself because my arms are coming up quite a bit. And come down. So come up nice and slow. And then bring them down. And you will feel this definitely inside the shoulder and the rotator cuffs. But it definitely helps to open up the chest. We're correcting all of this that's been happening at the computer or driving. So that helps just remind you and strengthen and open up the chest for better posture. All right, so if you have any other questions on some of the exercises that I did not cover, there were just a couple in there, feel free to shoot me a text or email and I'll just send you a quick video with those, or if you want further clarification on any of the ones I did here, don't hesitate to reach out. I want this to be as easy and attainable as possible. Consistency is key. If you're short on time, just feel free to go through the circuit one time, and then the next day, if possible, go through it again. So try to get in a little warm up, no matter if you're going to do the full 2 circuits through or just the one. It's just important to prime the body, wake it up, so everything's more intentional when we're warmed up. Alternatively, you can go ahead and just bounce on your rebounder for a couple minutes if you like that for a warm up. I would do that if I had one. So, yep, have fun with this, and I will see you next Friday at 3 o'clock on the 8th. Bye!